Hi guys, we're gonna do another Will It run today. Something I've never worked on before. It's a combine. We'll start with that. I've worked on quite a few combines, Massey, Cleaners, John Deere's, but I have actually on our farm between Dad and I have zero experience with international combines or Case IH combines. I've never had one. So I bought one on auction time yesterday. It's an earlier one, 1970s. But we're gonna go check it out. I know it's been sitting, judging off of Google Earth and a few other things, at least 10 years, if not 12. So hopefully shouldn't be too hard to make run. It's diesel, so should be fairly simple to get going again, but we're sure gonna go find out. And thankfully it's only about 10 miles home, so I fully intend to just drive it home. It's gonna be part of the video. We're gonna drive a combine home. So yeah, we're gonna go see what's up here, and we'll update you when I get there. Well guys, we made it. Pretty short little trip down here for me. This is an easy one locally. It's an International 915 combine. It's a late low boy. The early ones were high boys, they sat taller. The later ones were called low boys and had a different motor in them. This is a 915 diesel, and it has a 414 or 436 turbo motor, like would be in 966, 1066, 1466. So motor has some value. I'm honestly not sure if I plan to take this to the field. We'll find out once I get it running and figure out how clapped out things are. But the motor is good salvage for me. I'm thinking these diamond tread rear tires here that are on it would be really cool on my 1206. And I think that one's got enough air in it now. We'll move over to this tire and continue talking some more once we get there. Oh, I have to get a different chuck. Okay, got the air chuck moved over to this tire. We can talk some more. These were made in the 60s and 70s. I think these went out of production like 1974-ish. This one's a hydro combine, which really helps. I think it's got a 15 or 16 foot flex head here on the front of it, which is kind of odd really for the area, because we didn't really grow that many beans around here historically. Most guys were just doing wheat and Milo. So to have one with a flexible cutter bar is a little odd. It'd be a lot cooler if it had a 6-row 863 International corn head on it, because then I might try to do something stupid with it. But not really sure if I plan to take this to the field. The thing is, old combine, I already have enough old combines. Not that this isn't really cool, but I don't know, salvage the motor out of it. I want the back tires for a 1206. The 23 126 tires here, the drive tires are the same as what's on my 660 diesel and our 4166 Crab Steer International, but I don't know, it's just hard to decide. Really, this combine doesn't look too bad. It's, you know, got your usual wear and tear, some duct tape patches, normal old combine things. The shaker's been welded up some back here, well, but so is the one on my 300. But you know, I crawl back under here and you try to shake on the walkers like you would on, you know, any walker machine to check for wear, and they're not loose by any means. The pan there's tight. Sieves got some laying flat, so I don't know what's wrong there. Elevator chains here. I mean, it's really not that rough looking of a combine overall. I've seen much worse. Not really sure if the motor's loose. Haven't crawled up there to check. I mean, it's been sitting here. Hopefully, with the way the muffler lays and everything like that, it should be, the motor should be loose. We're gonna pop those two batteries off there here in a little while, and I'll throw one 12-volt on it, and we'll find out. Obviously, got to get the injection pump all primed up again while we're airing tire here. We'll walk around a little more. This tire here looks like it won't need air. It's got air in it. I don't know, that window's open, that covers up. There's something cool up there. There's a Fender radio up there that's gonna look good on something. It's not staying on this combine, I'll tell you that much. The belts on it really don't look that horrible. They're a hell of a lot better than that Massey 300 combine I had. So that is very nice. I don't know, I just don't know anything about these combines. Like I said, I know Massey and Gleaner and John Deere up to a certain point, but I just don't know nothing about these international combines besides the motors that are in them. Really, those filters look fairly new, so I don't think it's been that long since it's ran. Put this cover up. Yeah, that's just your typical 400 series international motor. Dipstick should be right here. We'll pull it and see what's. Yeah, I mean, it's got oil in it. It's nice and black. It's not funny colored by any means. Auger, we're gonna have to get swung in. Might have to put hydraulic oil in it. This is the hydro oil, and that's a little low. Better add some to that when I get the opportunity. Injection pump will have to be accessed from in the grain tank, so I have to crawl down in there in a little bit and get at the injection pump, but we'll get there. Let's open the radiator here and see what we find. Nothing on it. We can always add some. It might only be a gallon or two down. It's always hard to see. Got some wear right there on the clean grain elevator stuff, but really not too bad. You look down in the grain tank and it's not full of junk and rusted out. You got a patch there, but better go check this tire over here before I get too carried away. Crawl back down. I mean, that might actually fit an international tractor too, that air cleaner, so might put that on something if I'm given the opportunity. I don't know. It's a really cool combine. I hate to take it apart, but I just don't have much of a reason to keep it together either, you know? Should be enough air. And that's the dilemma. Like, do I really need another old combine to try to upkeep? There really just weren't very many of these combines around here in general. They weren't popular. We had Gleaners and Masseys in this area. Really historically up until the 70s, you just didn't even see John Deere combines around here. There's a couple pretty dedicated farms that ran, stay on there, the IH stuff and the John Deere stuff, but most guys were Gleaner and Massey. And you'll see that in a lot of areas. But I don't know, I think I can make it run. I'm gonna finish airing tires. We'll crawl up in the cab, look at that, and then we'll see about getting a battery in it, see about starting it up. And then thankfully a friend of mine owns the field right across the road there, so I'll probably fire this up and drive it over onto their property. They have a little shed over there. I'll probably go park it over there out of the way, and then come back hopefully with a little header trailer, take the header off, and then road the combine back roads home sometime. It'll make for great content. But still cool machine, gonna be way different for me. Okay, let's step up here into the cab. First things first, doesn't look that bad. Headliner's falling down, that's not uncommon. See that awesome fender radio there? Seat's a little wet from last night's moisture. That's an awesome fender radio. That's gonna look really good on like a 966 or a 1066. Cool little sensor deal there. It's a 3-speed, it looks like, for the hydro concave clearance. Is there an hour meter? Yeah, 2,651 hours. Really cool gauges, all with IH in them. Some Murphy style gauges there, so that's interesting. Get your hydro, real speed. I'm not sure, that was probably lights, but I don't think that works anymore. Blinker here, your fans and stuff. I don't know if this is, I don't think it had AC on this machine. Didn't see a compressor back there. I'll have to look more, but I don't know. Not a bad cab by any means. It's not small or tight by any means. It's Bigger inside than my 300, that's for sure. That's your real speed dial. Looks like the throttle cable could be froze up. I'll have to work with that a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna, I'll tell you, I assume to throw the separator in gear. No charging. Where's the magic button? I think that's probably your start button there, nothing. Lights are there. I don't know. We're gonna throw a battery in it and we'll see if I can, maybe that's the kill switch. That'd be unfortunate if that's a kill switch because I can't shut the damn thing off. Maybe it's electric kill though if we're lucky. It'd be really good if it was electric kill. We'll look on the pump back there and know pretty fast. But we're gonna, some service history. 85, some in 1991. No, we're gonna step back out of here. You're unloading auger controls there. That's important stuff. We're gonna step back down out of here and we'll see about putting a battery in it and see if it'll light off magically. Who knows? Okay, we crawled in here in the grain tank here. I got a battery set on there now, but I figured I'd better come see what I had to deal with here. Looks like we have throttle control. This is an electric kill, so that is good. We might have to hotwire that. It's hard to know, honestly. It does have an AC compressor on there, so it could blow ice cubes, but I have absolutely no fuel at the pump. So we will have to, should be an electric, there is an electric pump I know down on the side of the combine. So we will turn the switch on and see if we get fuel pumping up here. And hopefully we can get fuel to the filters here and then prime to the pump, and then we can try to start it. But yeah, we're gaining here. This shouldn't be any too bad. There's a little crud down in there, but could be a hell of a lot worse. I don't know. I'm not sure why I care. I don't plan on taking this field, I don't think. But, you know, maybe I should. If you think we should try to figure out something to harvest with this, you know, just comment. I don't have a corn head for it. I'm sure I could find a corn head for it. I really don't want to cut Milo with it at all, but I suppose we could if you guys really wanted to see it. But we're going to step back down and turn the switch on and see if the fuel pump kicks on, and then see if we can get this thing primed up. Actually, we probably should see if the motor cranks first, too. That's of mild importance. Okay, up here in the cab, I turn the switch on. Let's see if it cranks. No cranky. Maybe I gotta step down on this pedal. Nothing. Got nothing. Maybe it's because it's in gear here. That's maybe. Oh, there we go. We pull it this way. That's how you start it. Maybe that's for ether. It does crank over. Damn. Okay. So that's good. Now that's on. Now I gotta go see if I got fuel pumping on the other side of the machine. Don't hear the fuel pump running, so that's not great. So that should just be clacking away, I thought. Huh, okay. That's a potential problem. Might get to hotwire that fuel pump. The wire runs up towards the alternator. Could go get a meter out, I suppose, and see if I have 12 volts there. That'd be a good way to know really quick if we're good or bad, and then we'll go from there. We'll grab a meter and see if we got 12 volts with that fuel pump. But it does crank, so that's a big relief. Okay, got my meter set up right there. Got one probe shoved in the wire that's supposed to go to the fuel pump, and we'll put it right there on something shiny. We get nothing, no volts. So we might have to run a hot wire over to this guy. See if that brings it to life, I guess. It's about the only way I know. So we'll see what happens. Or we can chase that wire up there, but yeah, I'm not working that hard right now. We can figure out how to run a hot wire to this thing. Okay, I traced enough wires. I have the fuel pump wire, hot wire to the back of the alternator. You listen down there, you can hear it running. So now we're gonna crawl up and over again and see if I have fuel coming out of the fuel filter bleeder right there. Nothing yet. That should be the supply line right there. So maybe we'll, I don't know, maybe there's no fuel in it. I never checked. That's really tight. There we go. So there's nothing coming in currently. So I guess let's go check and see if I have fuel in the tank. Well, I'd say the pump works, so that's nice. Let me kill it here. Maybe it's dead. Let's put that back on the geyser, maybe. I'll just set you guys down for this. Okay, that is back on there. Maybe I need to trace where that runs to. We obviously have diesel. I mean, it's pumping. Let's see. One of those two lines right there. Have we got obstruction in the line or something? I don't know. We'll come up here. Still have nothing right there. So pump's still running down there. I'm gonna get tired of climbing over this thing, I'll tell you that right now. That is my supply. Don't hear any air running. We're gonna dig into this some more. I'll let you go for a minute. So I think that fuel pump is dead from what I was playing with. I can maybe graft in an inline one off something off the shelf at parts store in town, but I put air into the fuel tank and built pressure up to here and had fuel here, and now we've got pretty good diesel here. It's not beautiful looking diesel, but it is diesel nonetheless. It smells like old diesel. So we're gonna close that off, and we might have a chance of starting this thing. I'm gonna prime this about 50 times and then we'll see what happens, I guess. Yeah, because we're getting fuel out of the head of the injection pump, so that means we got a pretty good chance of this thing starting now, I'd say. So we're gonna pump this a few more times and then crawl in the cab and see what happens. Come to think of it, I should probably take my meter and crawl over there and make sure I have 12 volts on the fuel pump solenoid, or the fuel shut off solenoid. So we're gonna crawl over there and check that real quick, because otherwise this isn't gonna do any good. And then I think we're just gonna jump across the starter. Because yeah, I got nothing really parked in front of it. Combine hydro's in neutral, I believe, so what the hell, right? Throw that there. Camera. Okay, I got the solenoid hot wired up here to the starter, and oh, and there goes my wire. It was cranking, it was getting ready to puff on. We got to get that attached better, and I bet it lights off. Might have to go pressurize the fuel tank. Keep down. I think if I can get it to pick up. Electric fuel pump in place of what's down there, and it will run. So we're okay. It does run. So need to go to town, get a little inline electric fuel pump with 3/8 line on each end of it and some hose, and we'll get this thing running today. I think. But that is some pretty big progress. For it does run. It's run. It's sat for a long time and it runs. That's the win here. So it actually fired off pretty darn nice. But we'll get that fuel pump issue corrected and get it running after lunch, I hope. But that pump does not work. I'll probably cut the line there and there, or there and there, and loop in a little clicky clacky pump, and see where we get from there. That could be a messy deal too, come to think of it, because there's not really a shutoff on this tank anywhere that I've seen. What was coming out there was gravity fed. So but we're gonna make this thing run after lunch. We're gonna go eat, get a little clicky clacky pump, and then make this sucker run, I hope. Well, it looks a lot like the final drives on a Massey combine, actually. Maybe not. Maybe just the other side looks like it. We'll be back. It does run, so big progress. Well guys, back here after lunch. I've been working for about half an hour here. Nothing too exciting. Got a clicky clacky pump installed. You can hear it running down there. I got the solenoid powered up on the injection pump again. I topped up the hydraulic oil and topped off the oil in the hydro. So I should, and I primed the fuel system up to the pump. So I should just be able to crawl up in this girl, turn on the switch, press the starter, and we should be ready to rock and roll, I hope. Here goes. It's running for a second. Okay, it's running. We're not going anywhere. Let's step back here and make sure we're not puking oil from anywhere. Definitely got some air in the system. I don't see anything puking anywhere. Oh, I do have a hydraulic oil leak over there. Okay. I wonder what that is. Right there. Huh. Okay, well, we're gonna let it drip for a second and test functionality out real quick here. Because, yeah, will we move forward? We aren't in gear, I don't think. Oh, and I got an alarm going off my phone. Typical. Huh. Will the unloading auger come in? Not currently. Huh. Probably just leaking a bunch of hydraulic fluid out back there. Sure wish that transmission would go in to a gear. We'll mess with it. Well guys, I'm gonna have to fuss with it some more. Haven't got it in a gear yet. And we have a blown hydraulic hose that is making a big damn mess. We've already lost a lot around here. So I probably ought to shut her down, figure out what that line is that's broken, and we'll go from there. But it does run. That's a win. That's the only leak I see going on. So I got a leak up there too. What's that leak from? Something in a real power that I'm not using. Huh. Okay, might have to figure out how to unhook that or cap it off or something, because yeah, we can unhook that line. There, no more leaking on that one. This one back here, I think we're gonna have to go get a hose made. Yeah, definitely get a hose made, so we'll shut her down here. And yeah, try maybe get the gear shifter loosened up and go get a hose made, it looks like. Dang, well, it's kind of how it goes, this age of machine. Motor sounds really healthy and quiet though. Dang, can't beat that. Okay guys, I got the fuel system hooked back up here. We're gonna hook the battery up here in a second and start it. But I was up looking around. These linkages here, right here and right here, were hooked up to go to the transmission. This one's for gear 2 and 3, this one's for 1. Gear 2 and 3 seems to be stuck, but I was able to get, this pin was missing on this one. I put a pin in it I had in the pickup, and I can get it in first gear on the hydro. So at least we can test to see if it goes back and forth, but I do not have second and third gear currently. Got to get that shaft unlocked. We'll put this cable back on here. Should be able to start it up now. But yeah, I'll show you up in the cab where my problem is. So this piece right here is on a shaft and goes backwards, and then it goes over to an arm and goes down to where I showed you a minute ago, and it's stuck somewhere in that. So might have to get a big pipe wrench out or something, put it on there. But I can get it in first gear now, so we will start it, and then I can get it over here in first gear like that, and then we can at least try to move it, I hope, because we're not in second or third because it's not even hooked up. So switch on. Okay, first gear. Oh yeah, we have movement. Not very fast movement, but we do have movement nonetheless. So we're gonna pull it ahead a little bit so it's kind of out of the oil spots I was dealing with. And then we'll shut it off and you'll get that line. And concoct a plan for maybe. Actually, let's try something here before I forget. Does that go in or out? Can't get the auger to go in and out, but that might be because of my hydraulic oil leak. So we're gonna go out, unhook the battery, shut this thing down, and yeah, we're still leaking away. Okay. Really, really quiet though. Dang. But you can see my line. that shuts the motor down, and go get a line and think about maybe trying to figure out how to get this thing into a higher gear. And I've still got the line leaking there. Alright, maybe we should unhook this one here too. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll fuck with that some more. But we're gaining here. We're gonna unhook everything that goes forward. I'll tell you that much, because that seems to be our problem. Let's see what we can do now, I guess. Well, guys, new hose is up on here. It's got some hydraulic oil in it, I know. We will. Yeah, the new hose is right up in there. Not the most visible, but it's up there. I'm gonna hook the battery up here again. It's still in first gear. We'll see if we can get that auger swung in and see if we got the hydraulic leaks stopped. Hopefully. No guarantees at all, to be honest. That's on. Okay, it fired up. Now we'll go check the leaks again. Gosh, this thing fires up good though. Okay. No more massive leak right there. That's good. I unhooked all the hoses that go to the header. I think I got those leaks stopped pretty well, so we're winning there. Let's see if I can get the auger swung in now. I think it's this lever here. There it goes. Slowly, but nonetheless it is going in. Heck yeah. And I know I had steering a minute ago. Keep going. God, that's slow, but then again, it probably didn't have any pressure on the backside hardly. I think wind is what blew it out, honestly. That's probably good enough so I don't overpressure anything. I don't see any leaks yet. Let's walk around one more time, and yeah, nothing. Just I think that's residual dripping there. Nothing up around the motor looks like it's dripping. Got all sorts of shields flipped funny right now, but that's not that big a deal. Nothing's leaking on this side, it looks like. So let's, I know it goes forward and backwards, so I played with that a minute ago, so I'm going to set you guys up over here on my pickup, and we'll pull ahead. Move. We're winning. Got a nice little turbo whistle going on there. So, I'm going to probably shut this thing off again. Probably move the linkage here so it's in the second gear and run it around the corner and up on the other side of my buddy's shed over there behind that road grader. That way it is off of this guy's property. Not that I don't know him and he's not going to be an issue, but it's just I'm really good friends with where I'm taking it, and won't get in trouble at all with it parked there. But I don't see any major leaks happening. I think that tire's still a little low on the left hand side. I don't really care all that much. So yeah, that's a cool combine. We're gonna move it and we'll worry about getting that linkage freed up another day. I got a couple other things I think I need to go get done a little bit more probably. But dang, that's pretty cool combine. Sounds healthy at least. Not quite feel ready, but maybe. We'll see. Here we go. Let's just nurse it over there. We're in no hurry. Yeehaw. We're just gonna take her easy. All power gauge works and oil pressure works. Doesn't show charging. Water temp hasn't come up yet. That's not really that big of a concern necessarily. But yeah, I don't see a trail of oil following us. So that's really nice. Definitely got a low tire on the left hand side. You go. Dang, I guess we'll take it over there behind the shed over there. There's a 504 International with a mower on it we're gonna park behind, and I'll walk back over to my pickup. Well guys, it made it a couple hundred yards over here. It's gonna sit here till I get a drier day and get some more hydraulic oil in it, top off antifreeze, a few other random things, but yeah, it's here at least. I don't see any new oil leaks since I moved it, which is wonderful. Need to top off antifreeze still and a few other things, but it made it here. And yeah, I need to air some tires a little better. But yeah, I would probably like to drop the header before I take it home, just to make my life easier, but I don't necessarily have to. But yeah, that's fun. We're gonna come back here in a couple days, hopefully, or maybe in a couple weeks when it dries out. Head her home the rest of the way. Okay, one more thing just for fun. Ooh, it goes in gear. No funny noises happening. Because what's it gonna hurt, right? Okay, well, definitely robbing that out fairly soon. I got this window shut here. Should put that cover on the outside there. We're gonna grab tools and shut this thing off, and I got other things to do. So, but that was fun. Okay. We'll drive this one sometime. Not exactly flat. It's running really well for that matter. And I noticed that water temp came up and kind of stabilized around 160, so that's a good deal. So, yeah. We're winning. It's a really different car. Kind of cool. Got a little Prairie View water tower in the background there. Heck yeah. Well, we're headed back to finish moving that combine home. It has been, I got Amelia and Sarah and Leo along this morning, but it's been since April 25th since I touched that combine. So yeah, thanks to Bo for letting me park it there for nearly 5 months. Whoops. But we're gonna check oils in it, air tires, and hopefully make it 12 miles home. I should probably look at a road map on how I'm gonna do that too. But yeah, Amelia's chilling. Leo is asleep behind me, and Sarah's over there. So we'll see how this goes.
Mama, you know that's a bouncy ball. That is so silly. So silly.
So silly?
Yeah, it did be so silly. But not that time ago.
They didn't make this very convenient to put oil in the hydraulic tank because the filler neck is under the auger. So that's some good commentary, huh, Amelia? But
yeah.
So I guess we're gonna make a mess. Probably.
I'm sure I don't need your help.
You don't? I don't need your help. Okay.
But just watch out. You're gonna fall and be yourself. But you gotta stay careful.
Daddy will be careful. Good job, Mia.
Yeah.
Except I can't see the
I'm gonna bleed.
sight gauge.
It's not. Oh.
Convenient. Oh, and then the wind's gonna blow.
I was gonna say I don't see it spilling down the sides, so you're getting it.
Well, I would know if I had that problem, but I'm trying to see the sight gauge on the side of the tank. It's running in very slowly. But when I did this, whatever, how many months ago it was, 4.5, 5 months, I had a blown hydraulic line up in there that was draining fuel everywhere, so, or hydraulic oil everywhere, so, yeah. What is... Oh, we're on the bottom gauge.
Oh.
To add some more. But I don't remember if I brought this up in video, but this combine was owned by one of my neighbors about 5 miles east for a long time. And they sold it, I think, in the late 80s, early 90s to these guys here, and they used it to bale straw behind for hay, or for making straw. Okay, I got the fuel pump running again, the injection pump hot wired, so hopefully it just starts here. I gotta put it in third gear. I think we're in second right now. If I remember correctly, down was second, up is third. So we're gonna try to do that here. 3 pipe wrench-ish. Oh, you can smell the rotten wheat or whatever it did today. But we're gonna get that up and then get on down the road. Okay, I think I got that lever up in third. I'm gonna crawl up in here and see if that feels like high. And then we'll walk around the combine one more time. And then we're gonna get to moving, I think. Yep, that's definitely high range. Okay. Stop there for a second. Oil pressure's working. I don't know about fuel gauge. Temp hasn't come up yet. Yeah. Where's the light switch? That's blinkers. I guess we're gonna walk around it real quick and then we're gonna start moving. Just doing a quick status check, making sure I don't have any major oil leaks or anything banging and clanging. But I think we're okay. And we got 12 miles home here. So this ought to be interesting. I don't know. Could be really dumb too. We'll see what happens. Got my chase car at least today. I think I'm late for church. Sorry to Prairie View Reformed Church for disturbing your service today. Sort of, I guess. Don't hit any cars. Hammer down. This thing really doesn't move as fast as I hope it would. But at least we're moving. My GPS on my phone said we were only going 10 mile an hour. I might. Maybe that's all the faster this thing goes. I don't know. But temps coming up okay right now. Got good oil pressure. I have no clue on charging or fuel. So we're gonna run this stop sign here in Prairie View and keep right on moving. Water tower. I'll let you know if anything eventful happens, like maybe turning a corner. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. We got problems. The hydro in this thing is weak. We get to going up hills, and by the time I get up the hill, I'm barely creeping along. So might have to stop at the bottom of hills and put this thing in second gear. Not ideal, for sure. But yeah, those are our options currently. So I have to think about this for a minute. But like right here, we're barely going up an incline and we're struggling. So I don't know how this is going to end up. And I'm already tired of flat spotted tires. This is very bouncy. Yeah, going up this small incline, and I'm not sure I'm going to make it up here. I'm getting ready to take a left and go up that steep hill. So not great by any means. Like, I need to go 40 more feet. I'm not sure I'm going to make it, honestly. Not good. Well, I stopped back there and put it in second. Hopefully I can make it up this hill here. Yeah, we got hydro problems. Yeah, this might take a turn. I don't know. Wasn't figured out on the fly, but I got it in second gear, and we're gonna try to make it up that hill. There's plenty more hills on this trip across, so not very reassuring currently.
after going down the mountain.
It might be time to come up with a new plan. I hope I make it up here to this intersection, honestly. This isn't going good. Next idea is go grab a gooseneck trailer, drive the back end of the combine up the trailer, and then chain the rear axle down and just put the combine in neutral, I guess. That could work. Maybe. But this isn't going good. We got a little ways to go still here. Not good. Not good at all. Well, this isn't really going that well. We are moving. I actually got like 2/3 of the way up a hill and couldn't move anymore. Had to back down, put the combine in first gear, and we were able to make it up this hill. Now I'm back in second gear. I'm trying to get over there to that building site and we'll just pull in. Yeah. This is special. It's a fine combine, don't get me wrong. Like, it's gonna part out great, but it's not worth fixing the hydro pump on, that's for sure. So if I can make it another half mile, yeah, we'll be okay, I think. I don't know. Still sorta moving slowly. Bottom of the last hill I put in first, and yeah, we're moving. What do you do? That's how it is, I guess. But I'm trying to get over there to where those trees are. I know the people have it. They won't care if I pull in and park this thing for a little while, and I'll go get a trailer, and I'll see if I can get this thing the rest of the way home. But yeah, a struggle. Well, we haven't quite made it halfway. I think we're a little over 4.5 miles, 4 3/4 mile down. But I pretty much can't make it up hills in any way anymore. I'm trying to figure out why my hydraulic tank is overflowing. It might be cavitating because the pump is bad or something like that. But I'll put it in here. I'm gonna shut it down and think about a different solution to get home, I guess. I'm sure there is a better way, honestly, because this isn't working currently. Wish I didn't have a header on it. Probably should be taking that off. But yeah, so I'm gonna unhook the battery cable, shut it down, grab my tools, hop in a pickup with my wife and kids, and go home. Alternator must work. It's not supposed to be running currently. Have to go unhook the wire. I think it's this wire. It is. Okay, well, yeah, I guess. We made it a ways, at least. Okay, time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Yeah, okay. Got the Titan trailer with drive over fenders hooked on. Got the Oliver 77 strap down, chain down brakes set on the front. We are gonna go back to where the combine is. I'm 7.5 miles from home where it's sitting. So, I mean, we're making progress here. We're gonna back the back tires of the combine up on the trailer, because it'll back up in low gear, I think, and get itself up on the trailer. Just the hydro is weak and doesn't work in road gear or second, really. And it's going to be somewhat cooled down now too, which helps. We're going to back up the back tires in the trailer. Should have the majority of each rear tire on the trailer. Then going to chain the combine down. We're not going to chain to the axles on the combine. We're going to chain to the spindles on the end of the axle. That way the wheels on the rear wheels on the combine can turn That way it will follow me around corners. I have 4 turns to make that are 90-degree turns. I actually have one that's over a 90-degree turn to make. It's like, it's pretty tight. We'll go with that. It's right at the elevator on Main Street in Almena, so. But that's the plan. We'll see if this works once I get it. We'll see how it backs up on the trailer, and we'll see how it chains down and goes a little ways down the road. And then we'll know. The first turn will make a big difference. Like, I'll know after the first turn, which is like 2.5 miles down the road, unfortunately. So we'll see. Having fun. Sunday fun day. Gonna have a lot of beer after this, I think. I need a cold Hams. Not that I didn't have a cold Hams over lunch to think about this. Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna hook up the battery back up, hook the kill switch back up, start it, whip it around, back it up the trailer, quit when the rear tires of the combine are right there. I'm gonna chain around the spindles, throw one chain there, one back to there, and then do the same on the other side, going each direction. And yeah, hopefully this works. I don't know, we'll see. We're about there. We are cinched down tight, tight, tight. Got 4 chains and boomers on it, combines in neutral. I could undo the spindles, or the couplers on the, ooh, it's hot, the final drives, but I don't really care. Transmission can turn. Not going that far. So, yeah. I'm gonna go a little bit down the road here and see how this goes, I guess. She's tight down, header's up, combine's off. Nothing left to do but try to move, I guess. Turn the music off. Don't want to get in any copyright trouble. Oh, it rolls. Chains never bounced there, so I guess we'll go up here to the intersection and see. There's a little weight back there, that's for sure. My real concern is the first corner we have to make. We got 4 of them left. Oh, we're getting to hopping though. She's wanting to hop, so we're not going to get in a big hurry. Those big tires have flat spots on them. Still very tight, tight, way tight. Don't see anything funky, didn't hear anything funky. Got a railroad track here in a second to cross. It's gonna bounce things a little. Tight, I guess. We'll go, and when we get to this intersection up here, we'll just have to see how that goes, I guess. Well, I made the first corner okay. Not sure everything was swinging the way I wanted it to, so I took it real wide. Nothing popped or anything weird like that. So we're doing okay. I've got it in 4 low just so I can carry a little more RPM up hills and have engine braking going downhill. But she's back there following. Still got flat spot tires bouncing, but we're 4th gear, 4 low, 15 to 20, about 17 mile an hour right here. We're not gonna go any faster than that, I'll tell you that much. But we're gonna keep right on moving, and we're about 5.5 miles left. So if things hold together here, we'll be okay. Yeah, so I don't ever want to do this again. I need to build a dolly, like a 2-wheel dolly, with 17.5 inch 16 ply rubber that I can back an old combine up on and just carry the whole rear axle and then just pull that down the road. I think that'd be a good idea, because it'd move like Massey's and pretty much anything I'd get into within like an hour radius of here. Something to think about for sure. Okay, here's our next turn. This one concerns me some, for sure. So we're gonna take it as wide as we can. I'll let you guys watch back there. Oh, bad noises. It's sort of turning the corner, but not real great. Yeah, I mean, it's sort of turning itself. I do see a possible loose chain, so we're gonna stop here and check. Yeah, I got a loose chain. False alarm, they're still tight. So we're gonna keep right on rolling here. Yikes. Okay, that set of grain bins there and the elevator in the distance means we are damn close to Almena. That's Highway 383. Scariest part of this trip for me, honestly, is just getting up and over the highway, because I don't want to get caught in the middle of it at all. We got a right turn here that I gotta make. I got a left turn just as I go over the railroad tracks, and then I got one more left turn. It's a little tight. One over the railroad tracks, I got lots of room to swing, so that is excellent. But rolled out my window. Hopefully you guys can see the combine in the dust back there. I mean, it's back there. And we're gonna swing this corner. Like, thankfully, since they put in the fertilizer plant here, I got lots of room to make this corner now, which is wonderful. It did not used to be. There's a water tower. If you're on Highway 383, you've seen that before. We're gonna make this corner here nice and wide. We take a left after we get over the railroad tracks here. We're gonna hop that highway just past the grain bins there. We got about 3/4 mile left once we do that. This has been an eventful deal. Chains are still tight back there, I can see. So we're just gonna keep doing our thing, but I'll turn you guys around so you can watch combine. It's the 4th time I've had to cross railroad tracks on this deal. That doesn't happen very often. That one. Now we just got to go to the highway. Hopefully there isn't very much traffic here for a minute. I'd really like to get over this. Railroad tracks with highway with some momentum. We made it, almost. We did it. We're across the railroad track. Take a left up here at the grain elevator and pretty much home free. There's the Prairie Dog Creek Bridge. Thankfully they got a big wide loop here now on the railroad right of way, or at the elevator, since they took out the railroad right of way for me to make this corner a lot nicer. Going over there. I wonder if this it fit on the scale so I could find out how much this train weighs. That's probably a bad idea today though. Okay, that was our last serious turn. We got half mile to go, so I'm gonna put the camera down. We have made it. Pull down here in the low area of my machinery lot. Anybody want to buy a 186 hydro? Maybe. 1085's for sale too. Gonna park right here. I'm gonna go unchain, and then we'll drive this sucker off a trailer. I have zero intention of putting the ramps back out, so we're just going to very carefully drive this combine off the back end of the trailer. So, yeah. I don't know. Let's get some good ballast there, though. That went fairly smoothly, thankfully. Looks like I curled up the door for the clean grain elevator, not like a care. It's salvage. I'm going to rip the motor out of it, rip anything else off of it that looks cool, and scrap the rest probably. It's all it's really good for, sadly. It's old enough and sat long enough. There's a lot of parts rotted out on this. If it'd been inside, completely different story, but it has not. So let's start undoing chains and get this thing down off the deck. We made it home. Hell yes. So, from here, I'm gonna go park it over there by the corner and put a sign on it that says custom harvesting and then some made up phone number for now. But we're gonna, yeah, we made it home. Like, if you need parts off this thing, let me know. I'm gonna rob the motor out of it, the tires off of it, anything that says international or turbo or corn and soybean special or whatever. And yeah, I'm gonna rob the nice fender mount radio off of it. Back tires are going on the front of my 1206 Wheatland, that's for sure. Pre-cleaner bowl getting robbed. Yeah, if you need parts off of it, let me know. Because this one has a death date for sure, but it made it here. That's what matters. It sort of runs and drives. The hydro is definitely shot, but yeah, that's a cool combine. We're gonna hop up in here, we'll drive it down to the corner and shut her down. So there should probably look both ways here because we're on a busy road here in Old. Nobody's coming. Should have put it in second gear. Not very fast. But that was successful. This combine made it home. It was a successful will it run video. We drove it 4.5 miles and I had to tow it the last 7.5 or whatever. Didn't really have a choice necessarily, but successful. It's here. If you need parts off it, let me know. We're gonna tear this sucker down. There just isn't enough good left on this combine, honestly. So we're gonna go park it next to those two pickups over there on the end. And that'll be it for this one. We're here. I'm gonna make myself a sign that says custom harvesting with somebody's made up phone number on it. Call it good from there. I backed it into my pickup over there, so that's a real win. But good motor, damn good motor. Probably some other good parts on this thing. But if you need anything off of it, get a hold of me. This one's on death row, so we're gonna strip her down. But that's it for this one, guys. We drug this one out of the weeds many months ago. Finally got it home 5 months later. I want to say thank you to Bo and Roger for letting me park this thing on their property for as long as I did. Should have done it faster. I'm sorry, I'm slow, I was busy. Take it out of my account. But that's it for this one, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm at TMontyIH on all the social medias. My website is territorialtrading.com. If you need to get a hold of me, my email is in the description, or get a hold of me through any of the social medias. You guys have a good one. Go drag something out of the weeds and get it running.